In this video, I'll be sharing 10 tips for creating content for your social media pages in your business. When number 1, you don't even know where to start with content creation. And number 2, you need more ideas for what type of content to create. I'm giving these tips from a place of what I did and my personal experience, instead of telling you, you need to do this and this is what's gonna work. And these tips I've learned over the past 2 years of being an Activewear brand owner, well, co-owner. And to be honest, my business partner is mostly in charge of the social media work, but I'm gonna be giving you some of the tips that I've learned helping. As always, timestamps will be in the description if you want to skip to a certain part. Let's get into it. Tip number 10, focus on short form video content. Because all of the social media platforms are trying to push this idea of video content, or like TikTok and Instagram Reels, this is the type of content that they're going to usually promote, and that's where you're going to get a lot of views and it's going to be very organic type of reach. When you plan your shoots, which I'm going to give tips in later in the video, this is where the type of format that you're going to use is going to be rather video format rather than photo format. To be fair, I don't even know if there is like those two type of formats, but I'm speaking about video and photos. Tip number 9, have a theme in mind before you go to your photo shoot. When you're planning your photo shoot, keep in mind the location, because certain types of buildings will give a certain type of feel. I know it sounds crazy, but it is true. Like a white building would rather give you like a posh feeling. And for example, my business partner will actually spend days and days and days planning the content and actually looking at what type of content fits in with the general theme of our Instagram page. Tip number 8, focus on lifestyle and not the product. When you're busy taking photos and video content in the photo shoots, bear in mind that you should focus on the lifestyle that that product gives rather than just the product itself, because ultimately what sells the product is the feeling that the customer is going to get of wearing that product. A good example of this is like a pair of sunglasses that you see James Bond has. You're going to want this pair of sunglasses even though you might not find them that attractive. You're still going to think, listen, this is going to make me look a bit better for the girls, or it's going to let me look a bit cooler. So then you get the sunglasses. Tip number 7, if you focus on the product, focus on key features. So when you're taking pictures of your product, don't just take a picture and say, okay, this is now a good picture and say, let's move on. No, focus rather on like the cool features of the product. For example, it has a cool pocket there, or it has a cool feature in the neck section, or something like that. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Tip number 6, have 2 or 3 models available. When you have a few models that have signed a contract, it makes things so much easier with the logistics of things when you have to organize the photo shoot. Because like imagine having to go through the scope of finding a model each and every time you do a photo shoot, someone new. It's going to be a hell lot of work. Like that's just an understatement. And generally models can be a whole video on itself, but I don't want this video to be too long, so let's move on. Tip number 5, get someone who is good at photography. To be fair, photography is not my strong point. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I learn a lot from my business partner. She is amazing when it comes to photography, and she just has that photographic eye, or whatever you call it. She can see the angles and she can see cool features or what. And when my brain comes to it, I just think, okay, here's the picture and this is what I'm going to take now, and that's that. So let's move on to the next one. So you need someone who can actually have a vision for what she needs to get through the photo. Tip number 3, use trends to get inspiration. There's this cool page that featured recently on my Instagram page, which is like a holy gram or holy something. So it's like a Christian fitness based clothing brand company. And the main point is that you use like ideas from them, certain angles, certain type of wording, certain type of music, and then you just like in a way copy it, but then add your own twist to it. There's this cool book that I got from Ali Abdaal, which is called Steal Like an Artist, which suggests that most artists' works are not 100% original. They are like a recopy or a copy of something that they saw or gained inspiration from and then created their own version of it. So this doesn't just give you excuse to copy and paste someone else's content strategy. It just means get ideas and get inspiration from others to use into your own content. Tip number 3, plan weekly or bi-weekly photo shoots. So something we've learned from personal experience is that if you use the same photo shoots, photos or content over and over and over again, the customer will get bored of it. So there's nothing new for the customer to come and see, so why will they come back? So plan photo shoots minimum twice a month, and what I found to work the best, or what we found to work the best, is 2 times a month. Otherwise your models become cranky and you overwork people. Tip number 2, repurpose content from followers. There's this thing that potential new customers love to see reviews on your social media pages because it gives them this level of trust that they can actually buy from you and the product's actually going to be a good product. Tip number 1 is use quotes and Canva. To get the burden off you of creating a new post every day or creating a new post every second day, it is a lot of work, and frankly, with this YouTube channel, I was posting twice a week and it got so much for me that I didn't have time for my other stuff. So a way that you can remove this burden is by actually just adding quotes and cool captions and cool diagrams and cool stuff that your followers might find useful, like valuable information. And if you're looking to sign up with Canva, the link will be in the description. It is an affiliate link, but I don't think I get anything from it. But if you want to use it, please go ahead. It's going to be so cool for your business and it's going to make things so much easier. I hope you enjoy these 10 things that I've found useful over this past year. Just by the way, I started a weekly newsletter where I send an email every week without fail, and I know you like it because I put in a lot of value and it's like jam-packed with value. So the link will be in the description to go and check it out. And if you want to watch another video of mine, I'm sure you're going to love this video or this video, but I know I'm going to see you in the next video. So cheers.